So, let us talk about our next story, which is GameStop being sold. So, apparently, GameStop is being sold. But there's a bit more complications there because it seems like they're going to announce this sale in February. That's at least what this article says right here that I have up by... Let me make sure I have the exact article up. Uh-oh, did that close? This is the problem with doing things live, everybody, by GameSpot. Okay, so this article by GameSpot that says GameStop sale to another company could be announced by mid-February. So it might just seem like, okay, that's it. Now by mid-February, let's keep on going. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is simply due to the fact that I do worry about jobs being lost. And yes, some people are so miserable at GameStop that they might actually want to leave the company. But at the same time, though, I would hate that if this is bought and potentially merged with another company and just looked at as a game subsidiary or as a nerd subsidiary. I do worry about, multiple jobs being lost. I mean, there's so many people that have sacrificed so much to work with this company, like working during the holidays and things like that, and also just generally working a retail job, that it would be frustrating if all of that goes to naught just because this company is purchased. The Wall Street Journal did report, by the way, that there are two companies that might actually purchase a GameStop, and one of them being Sycamore Partners and Apollo Global Management. And I don't know much about these two. Let's look a little bit into them right now just to see if perhaps they're looking at this as like a gaming arm, or if they're just like, hey, we would like to make some money. Let's see. Apollo's site says we take many paths to value. Okay. Yeah, they seem to be, and that's another issue too. And this also worries me, is that if a company comes in and actually purchases GameStop here, what could end up happening, if you guys remember the Toys R Us situation, it wasn't just the fact that people were shopping there less. I will not deny that was probably part of the reason why Toys R Us closed down, but it was also due to a lot of debt from Bain Capital. So Bain Capital was a company that had basically, they bought, I remember, yeah, they pretty much bought Toys R Us, remember correctly. And there was so much debt that was on Toys R Us, though, from Bain Capital because of their business practices and them not wanting Toys R Us to change and adapt. And just all of this that ended up having Toys R Us sit back and be like, we can't pay you back. And then they were shut down. So they could not pay back Bain Capital. I believe some others as well, but I'm pretty sure Bain was the bane of their existence. Aha! You've now clicked out of the video. That's okay. So now the cool kids remain, whoever those are. Now the cool kids, whoever else is watching this. Yeah, so Apollo might be purchasing this. Either way, it's something to look out for. And it's something to, I don't want to say worry about necessarily, because some people who are, from a consumer perspective, some people who dislike GameStop, potentially they can only get better. I don't know how they could get worse. Their online site is iffy every now and again. They list things terribly because they'll still list it as if it's on sale and it's in stock. Then you click on it and it says that it's not in stock. So I think their website can use some updating. Their app is better than their website, but just how about you update the website? Not everyone has a mobile phone. So I just feel as if from a consumer perspective, it could get better. It could get better, but I do worry about those jobs, and I have a lot of friends that work at GameStop, so I do worry about their job security in all of this. And also, you don't know where the company can go. Yes, it is named GameStop, duh. But you don't know if potentially they'll double down on things like Funko Pops and other collectibles. Or maybe they shelve all of those and they just focus on games, which actually would be nice. But that still is a chunk of the market. And then you have to think about, the Funko Pop market and things like that. So I do wonder where this story could go. Looking here, the article also talks about the fact that some things that I've talked about on previous Matt Rants, how former CEO Paul Raines, he actually passed away in March 2018 at the age of 53. And then we had Michael Mahler come in, who after 3 months left and said he left for personal reasons. Now, he was supposed to be an interim CEO. He was not there for the long haul, but that did not look good for the company's future. And now Shane Kim is there, who is the former boss of Xbox during the Xbox 360's days, and he's still with the company. So, I mean, again, the thing that also worries me as well, and I was talking about this earlier with Randy Pitchford, I'm worried that if there is trouble with the company and people are laid off, that someone like Shane Kim will be able to leave the company with millions of dollars. And look, it's not Shane Kim's fault that GameStop is where it is right now, because again, he just got here. Like, he just got to the party. But it would be frustrating if he's able to get out of this with, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars, and then a bunch of different GameStop employees are getting the pink slip. So because Sycamore Partners and Apollo Global don't seem to be gaming companies or companies that usually invest a lot in gaming, things might just stay a-okay and not really change up. But again, it's just something you worry about. You know, again, you have friends there, you have family there. You want to make sure that they have job security, even if it's a shitty job. You want to make sure that their jobs aren't in jeopardy. So yeah, either way though, even though this is the case, tell me what you guys think down below. Do you care about GameStop's demise, potential demise, or undemise? Tell me what you think down below. I just, again, I worry about it because even if it's like Matt, you know, put your friends aside, put your family aside, you know, it's still something that a lot of people are going to have to suffer from, and then that's more, you know, unemployed folks looking for jobs. And we don't want this to be we don't want this to affect the gaming industry as well, you know, and you know, in GameStop exclusives and things like that, and other markets that definitely rely on GameStop. I mean, we've seen some of the fallout with Toys R Us and how that's affected toys in the US, but of course games were there as well. Worried about a similar situation with games specifically. So yeah.